Now, the next subject I'd like to talk about is the arts, music, art. You have to understand what's going on, that the constant chanting in music, messages get sent through waves. You have to understand the sciences of how this is working out. But there is huge, huge power in music. And that's why this New World Order is using music. And how they suck you into it is, if you are an artist, you think that you want fame and you think that you want money, and that's the trap. But if you are truly an artist, if you truly love what you're doing, don't buy into money and fame. Just enjoy doing what you love doing and put out music that rings true to you. Now, I've noticed a lot of music that, well, I'm 51, so I've seen an awful lot of music change over the years. And what this New World Order is doing right now is they put messages and symbols and chanting and to get you hypnotized into giving these guys power. And this can be used to be reversed. And so if you are an artist, don't be caught up in the problem, be caught up in the solution. Most of our music is we're ringing true to all of the problems. A lot of blues music, for instance, or um, it's, if you're relating with the problem, then people will be tied to that music. You know, oh, my life is so bad, this has happened to me. And if you hear a song that, you know, oh, I'm really depressed and this is why I'm really depressed, you'll buy that song because it's relating to what you're going through. And what that does is keep you locked into the problem. It keeps you, the memory going over in your mind of how depressed you are and how bad society is and how bad this new world order is. And sometimes they use uplifting music that's a fast beat, and it's, you know, no matter what it is, if it's a beat, uh, that, and you got to listen to the music that it's associating with it, and trust they are programming your brain to repeat the same negative message over and over and over again. So, if you're a musician that is suffering from any type of problem, um, be the solution and write about it. How to beat this new world, how to feel powerful, how to, you know, I'm happy because I've learned my lesson because, you know, give messages that uplift. And that's what people really want to listen to. I know with my own healing, music is extremely important to me. And I'm very, very selective in the types of music that I listen to. One of them is I Can See Clearly Now. And that song really rang true to me because it was like a song about all of the clouds, and you know, it was raining, but you know, the clouds went away and the sun came out, and I can see clearly now the sun, you know. Listen to the words that are being said in the solution to things. And great beats, everybody loves a great beat. So my suggestion to anybody that's in the arts, um, don't be worried about getting a big contract, because most of this new world order is dominating the entire music industry. Just about every artist out there knows darn well that they sold their soul. And if you decide to start singing different messages, then they have a way of trapping you that you can't get out. They will get you addicted to drugs. And once you're on drugs, then they can manipulate you to do anything. If you try singing different songs, then they have a way of manipulating the media to make you look bad. That's why, you know, we've seen this, they build you up and then tear you down thing. Well, they're very much in control of the media, and they will use the media to plant negative stories about you. And while you're really, really famous, it just takes one negative story, and then the public will believe in this story and then send you as much praise as you're looking for. They can send you all of that negative energy to you as well. And that negative energy will be so extremely painful that you will need drugs. Just like Michael Jackson, there was no way of helping him because the pain of people believing in these bad stories was so intense that he had to do an awful lot of drugs to suppress that pain, and ultimately the drugs are what killed him. So while they're even making the suggestion that it was a very well organized, and you can't even prove that this is going on because it comes at you from so many different directions. So I wouldn't, if you're involved in music, don't get involved in the drugs. Get the high from loving your life. Get the high from playing your music. And back in my day, when we used to go to the bar, we didn't have them play records. We had live bands. And these, you don't know what it's like to go out to a bar and hear a live band. And musicians back in those days would just go from town to town and play their music in bars or at dances. Now, at the same time, I'm not suggesting that, everybody go to a bar and get drunk. I'm noticing a lot of people, young people, seem to get the joy in taking the drug and not actually enjoying, the high that you get from the drug. It seems to be the action of drinking and never knowing when to quit. I know personally, if I go out drinking, I do like to have a little bit, but too much takes away the fun. So it's not excess, it's moderation. And with moderation, we can have an awful lot of fun. But, and going to a live band is the most amazing experience. And, we don't see that anymore. All of bars are just playing records that a lot of management is ending up earning all of the profit. But if you are a band, then I would suggest start making your own music and start putting it on YouTube. Start getting YouTube starting to recognize who you are, and maybe make a website and start looking at who is sponsoring you, and know what's a good product, and get them to have their advertisement on their website, and then if anybody is enjoying their music, they can click on to some of these ads, and you can make money that way. Word spreads really, really fast through YouTube. So and any musician that comes to my channel and asks me to support them, I start giving them high ratings. If I see that their music is good, if I see that they're very, very talented, and that's the way we can do it. There is a lot of power that's available to us through YouTube. You can get it done free. You can get the recognition that you want. And then as your community, if you start seeing good bands, then start asking them to come and play at your local pubs, or play at your local community events, your dances. Start forming your own dances. When I was a kid, we used to have these guys that would have, they just made money forming dances. They would rent out a hall and start selling tickets, and they would get some bands, and they would make money just promoting things within their own communities. So there's a lot of money just in promoting these bands in your own community. Don't go after the big wealth, because root of all evil is money. Do it because you enjoy putting a party together. And our communities need to get together, and we need to have that association, and we need to hear art. We need to hear music that is uplifting. And don't be signing these big contracts. Don't be going after the money and fame. Do it because you love the music. So there's an awful lot of power. We need better music, and there's a huge demand for it. So start writing some better songs and start playing in your communities and start building websites and um, start getting some contracts directly. Peace out.